Why do abiotic factors have nonlinear impacts on organisms? Imagine walking into a room where the temperature is just right and everything feels comfortable. Now picture turning up the heat a little. Sometimes nothing much happens. Other times, suddenly, everything changes. That's what makes the effects of abiotic factors on living things so interesting. They don't follow a simple straight line. Instead, their influence can be unpredictable and complex. Abiotic factors are the non-living parts of the environment like temperature, sunlight, water, soil nutrients, and humidity. These elements affect organisms in ways that aren't always proportional. For example, a small increase in temperature might have little effect, but beyond a certain point, it can cause stress or even death. This creates a curve where the impact is minimal at first but then becomes very sharp. Organisms have specific ranges where they thrive, called optimal zones. If conditions are too low or too high, their growth or survival can drop quickly. Think of it like a thermostat. A slight change in temperature might not matter much, but crossing a certain threshold can cause a big shift in how organisms behave or survive. These thresholds are key to understanding nonlinear impacts. Different abiotic factors also interact with each other. For instance, temperature and humidity together influence how plants grow. If it's hot and dry, plants might suffer more than if only one of those factors changed. These interactions can produce effects that are more than just the sum of individual influences. They can cause sudden changes in ecosystems. Not all organisms respond the same way. Some species are very sensitive to changes, while others are more tolerant. For example, some bacteria might thrive in low humidity, but fungi could collapse under the same conditions. This variability adds to the nonlinear nature of how abiotic factors affect life. Where an organism lives also matters. A plant in the tropics might be more affected by shifts in rainfall than a desert plant adapted to dry conditions. The environment's context influences how these factors impact living things. In the real world, small environmental changes can sometimes trigger large biological responses. For example, a slight increase in temperature might cause coral bleaching, or a small drop in water availability could wipe out certain insects. Conversely, ecosystems can sometimes withstand significant changes before they start to break down. This nonlinear effect happens because organisms are tuned to specific environmental ranges. When conditions go beyond those limits, their responses can be sudden and dramatic. It's like pushing a swing. A little push doesn't do much, but a big push can send it flying. Understanding this pattern helps ecologists predict how ecosystems will react to climate change, pollution, or habitat loss. It shows that small changes in the environment can sometimes have big consequences, or that ecosystems might be resilient up to a point. So, the reason abiotic factors have nonlinear impacts on organisms is because of thresholds, species differences, interactions among environmental elements, and the specific context of each habitat. All these factors combine to create a complex picture where small environmental shifts can lead to big biological changes. Recognizing this helps us better understand the delicate balance of life on Earth.